I welcome you all for the session. Today we'll be discussing about the continuous session of last week class, hard and concrete properties. So already we discussed about strength, deformation due to loading and shrinkage. So the left out topics are durability and permeability. We'll discuss today. It is defined, durability is defined as its resistance to deterioration process. It may be due to a result of interaction with its environment or between the constituent materials or their reaction with the contaminants present. So, ability to withstand the damaging effects of the environment over a long period of time is called as durability. Absence of durability may be caused either by the environment to which the concrete is exposed. The environment may be internal environment or external environment. Causes also internal causes or external causes. So internal causes, the alkali aggregate reaction. Volume changes due to the difference in thermal properties of the aggregates and cement paste and the permeability of the concrete. So durability may get affected due to permeability. External causes, physical, chemical and mechanical reaction of the ingredient with environment. Weathering, occurrence of extreme temperature, abrasion and electrolytic action. So these are all the external causes. Common forms of chemical attacks are leaching out of cement and action of the aggregates. So how to make a durable concrete? We have to make a well compacted concrete with good workmanship. Good workmanship and well compacted concrete will have very less porosity, so permeability can be avoided. We have to use low water cement ratio. Then the reinforcement will get easily affected due to permeability. So the reinforcement need to be covered properly, sufficient cover over and under reinforcement. The use of aluminous sulfate resisting cement, aluminous sulfate resisting cement, Portland blast furnace cement or Portland pozzolana cement may increase the durability of the concrete. Permeability. So concrete in general, it's a composite material. It has a tendency to be porous due to the presence of voids formed during or after placing the concrete in position. So penetration by substance may adversely affect durability. Both are interrelated. Ingress of air and moisture results in corrosion. So we have to make a corrosion resistive structure. Important with regards to water tightness of liquid retaining structures. So to reduce concrete of low permeability, full compaction and proper curing is essential. So low permeability is important in increasing resistance to frost action and chemical attack and in protecting the steel structure against corrosion. So permeability to be reduced. Permeability of cement paste varies with the age of the concrete. Age of concrete is mainly due to hydration process. The process of hydration increases the strength of concrete. So that will take days. That is called as age of concrete. With age, the permeability decreases because gel gradually fills the original water-filled space. For the same water cement ratio, the permeability of paste with coarser cement particle is higher than those of the finer cement particles. In general, higher the strength of the cement paste, lower will be the permeability. Factors affecting permeability are water cement ratio, properties of cement, aggregate, absorption and homogeneity of concrete, curing process, admixtures if used, age of concrete. These are all the important factors to be considered to produce very good concrete with durability. That's about the, again, influencing factors about permeability. So, concretes are constructed in different environment conditions that may initiate the drawbacks like corrosion, chemical attack, acid attack. So we'll discuss that. Concreting in seawater may be damaged by crystallization of salts inside the mosses in zones where the concrete is subjected to alternate wetting and drying. The durability is dependent mainly on its density. So required density can be attained by using a maximum water cement ratio 0.45 to 0.5. So that need to be properly placed and compacted. Reinforced cement concrete is much more open to damage due to the corrosion of the reinforcement. Corrosion would result in increase in volume of reinforcement. Hence, the concrete will crack. Dense concrete cover prevents seawater from penetrating into the corrosion reinforcement area, thereby protects the steel against corrosion. The use of granulated blast furnace slag GGBFS as a cement replacement material can increase the chloride resistance in seawater structures. So this is the schematic diagram representing penetration of chloride into the concrete surface. It obviously reaches the reinforcement bar, causes corrosion. Ways to control, this is the corroded rod. Ways to control corrosion. Metallurgical methods can be followed. Corrosion inhibitors can be added. Coatings to reinforcement. Reinforcement can be properly protected before placing it in the concrete. Cathodic protection. Coating to the concrete. Concrete can be provided with the preventive coatings. Proper designing and detailing also controls corrosion. Water absorption. Water absorption is determined by measuring the decrease in the mass of a saturated and surface dry sample over after oven drying for 24 hours. The ratio of decrease in mass to mass of the dry sample expressed in percentage is called as absorption. The assumptions that oven dry aggregate in an actual mix would absorb sufficient water to bring it to the saturated and surface dry state may not be valid. The amount of water absorbed depends on the order of feeding the ingredients into the mixture. Hence, the order in which the ingredients are added should be taken into consideration. More realistic time for the determination of water absorption is 10 to 30 minutes rather than 24 hours. If the aggregate is in an air dry state, the actual water absorption will be correspondingly less. So how can we detect the water absorption of aggregate? Total water requirement of the mix to obtain the effective water cement ratio. So this is how the water requirement to be calculated. So this enhances the workability as well as improves the strength of concrete. Yeah, chemical attacks. Chloride and sulfate may be taken into consideration. Chloride attack causes corrosion of reinforcement. Statistics have indicated that over 40% of failures of structures is due to corrosion of reinforcement. High alkalinity of concrete. Due to this, a protective oxide film is present on the surface of the steel reinforcement. This protective passive layer can be lost due to carbonation. Protective layer also can be lost due to the presence of chloride in the water, oxygen. So action of chloride in inducing corrosion of reinforcement is more serious. Chloride generally affects the reinforcement. Sulfate affects the concrete. This is representing the carbonation. This pink color indicates calcium hydroxide, that is unaffected by carbonation. The uncolored portion indicates the carbonated area. The reinforcement got corroded. Yes, sulfate attack. Sulfate may occur both in soil and groundwater. So water sulfates. Soil sulfates may not enter into concrete structure. Water sulfates enter into the porous concrete structure and reacts with the concrete. It forms a whitish layer on the top. Whitish layer formed on the surface indicates the sulfate attack. Increase in the volume of cement paste in concrete increases the effect of sulfate. In hardened concrete, calcium alumina hydrate can react with sulfate salt, forming calcium sulfoaluminate. So due to increase in the volume of the solid phase, gradual disintegration of concrete takes place. Sodium sulfates attacks calcium hydroxide and reacts with the calcium aluminate hydrate. This again formed into calcium sulfoaluminate due to the continuous reaction with calcium sulfate. Calcium sulfoaluminate will be formed. Again, this calcium sulfoaluminate reacts with magnesium, completely decomposes into a friable mass, that is easily can be crumbled. The image shows the scaling due to sulfate attack. Easily it will start crumbling. Yeah, causes for sulfate attack includes mainly seawater, then oxidation of sulfate materials in clay adjacent to the concrete, that is sulfate present in the soil due to oxidation process produce sulfuric acid which reacts with the concrete and affects the concrete mass. Bacterial actions in sewers. If concrete is used for sewer lines, anaerobic bacterial produces sulfur dioxide which dissolves in water and then oxidizes to form sulfuric acid. That affects the sewer structures. In masonry, sulfates present in bricks. It may present in the clay which is used for the manufacturing of bricks and can be gradually released over a long period of time. Causes sulfate attack of mortar. Sulfates are concentrated due to moisture movement. That particular location will easily get affected by the sulfate. Yeah, that's about the properties of hardened concrete. So thank you for listening, guys.